everyone, and welcome back to a fresh episode of the Monthly Economic Update on Economy.lk. Today we'll be discussing the economic developments during the month of March and kind of its impact on the Sri Lankan economy. The important number which came out during the month of March was the fourth quarter GDP number for 2020, providing us with the full year data for 2020. So the fourth quarter saw a 1.3% growth overall, and that was very similar to what we saw in the previous quarter in Q3. As a result of the second half doing much better, there was only a contraction of 3.6% for the full year of 2020. And this sets us up for 2021, where the expectation is for growth to be in excess of 4%, even 5%, with some forecasters putting it at even 6% for 2021. Initial indicators like the Purchasing Managers Index, which is a survey done both on the manufacturing side and the services side, does look positive. We're seeing even January, February, the numbers really ticking up, showing that there is month-on-month expansion, both in terms of orders and in terms of other sub-indicators in terms of labor and things like that. So a positive on that side of it. The concern, I think, primarily has been in terms of the rupee and the recent weakness. To this effect, we've seen recently the central bank signing a swap arrangement with the People's Bank of China to swap 1.5 billion equivalent of yuan between the two countries as well. Though we're not too sure of the final details of this arrangement, it will definitely help with the bilateral trade and ensure that maybe some of the dollars that will go out for some of our import expenditure, given China is among the first or the second importer each year, in excess of 4.5 billion each year, that will save some dollars for debt prepayments and also for the dollar liquidity. So that might really ease some pressure when it comes into play. On the global side, I think a lot more positivity coming out with some of the numbers from the World Bank and the IMF. And also with some of the stimulus measures taking place in countries like the US than what was previously announced, we're seeing much more positivity, both in terms of economic activity rebound and also in terms of the consumer. And I think that has really seen a strengthening of the US dollar, which is not a positive for emerging market currencies like Sri Lanka. But the positive out of that is a healthier or a better consumer would have higher disposable income, and that might do well for some of our key export items like apparel and rubber and so forth. So positive in terms of our exports as well, which we really need to monitor as this year goes on. So that's kind of a brief of what went on in the month of March, and I think moving into April and May and June, which will be very critical months for Sri Lanka in terms of its external debt refinancing, as it looks to refinance the sovereign bond on the 1st of July as well. So keep in the loop with Economy.lk as we do these videos on a continuous basis to keep you updated. Thank you.